guys, welcome to the 80s Guy 15 Minutes of Game, where I go back in time and replay some classic games from the 1980s. This time we're spending 15 minutes with Steve Davis Snooker. Steve Davis Snooker was released in 1984 by CDS Software and was one of many snooker and pool simulations that I played obsessively over the years. I've no memory of how I ended up with this game, but I definitely had the full original cassette version in my collection at the time. It spent more time in the cassette recorder than most games I owned, and I never ever got bored of it. It's simple to play, difficult to stop playing kind of game, and you genuinely feel like you get better if you put in some practice. I'm excited to give it another go, and let's see if I can get a decent break. How far can I get in 15 minutes? Let's check it out and see how we get on. Okay, title screen, we're going to pick keyboard, leave all that as it is, and there's our table. So the first job is to plot your ball down, plop it down, plot it. You can plot it if you like. So we're going to go for a good break here. Pretty standard stuff. Move your cursor around, set the power, set the spin, and off you go. The ball's physics are kind of okay, I guess. I mean, it works. It does what you expect it to do. I think we'll go for the pink. Yeah, that's about the best one. Now, let's have a little look. Oh, that looks about right. Guessing. Oh, Christ. Yeah, my real snooker playing's not far off this. I tend to get one ball that's okay and then I completely cock the rest of it up. See, when I was a kid, and the thing is, snooker was such a big thing for us. You know, a lot of my friends had 6-foot snooker tables or even 4-foot snooker tables. You know, my cousin had a slate bed 4-foot snooker table, which weighed a ton, but it was dead straight, so that was pretty cool. And we used to just play snooker for hours and hours and hours. So, you know, pool and snooker in someone's front room was the best thing ever. So if anybody had a snooker table, that's what we wanted to do. So, you know, we spent all summer in my friend Shane's garden playing on his snooker table. Another friend had a snooker table with a brown, I suppose it was felt, it wasn't whatever it was, baize. I think it was homemade, that table, or certainly home covered. Who else had a snooker table? My God. Loads of people had snooker tables. It was a kind of a thing, you know, when you were a kid at my age, back in the 80s, loads of people had a snooker table. And we'd just play it obsessively. And I remember the first time round the corner from us a proper snooker club opened, like a sports centre opened, indoor football. And at the back of the indoor football centre was a snooker club. I think it was called Frames, can't remember now. So anyway, yeah, so when that opened, me and my dad went to join up. And I'd never seen a full-size snooker table before. And I couldn't believe the size of the things, because on TV, you know, they look big, but not that big. But then for a kid, I was probably around about maybe 10 or 11, something like that. Stood next to this bloody enormous table. Oh my God, it was just ridiculous. But it was the best thing ever. Going to play snooker, you know, it was just fabulous. And the nice thing now is me and my friend Shane have started to go and play snooker again. Hooray! So we try once a month to go and play snooker like we did before, all these years ago, you know. There were some cool places back in the day. I remember it was probably sort of mid to late 90s. There was Mr. Q's. There was 2 places in Hull, I think, that were Mr. Q's, and they had like an L-shaped pool table. That was kind of weird. But yeah, when we was older to play pool in pubs or anything like that, we'd be on the pool table all the time. I'm still no better than I was when I was 11, to be fair. Very, very inconsistent. They make it look so easy. But my God. You get one good shot, you know, and then you think, oh yes, I'm Ronnie O'Sullivan. And then then you play like Ronnie Pickering on the next shot. I don't know, he might be good at snooker, I have no idea. He might be a bleeding genius at snooker, who knows. So anyway, back to the game, yeah. So, snooker games and pool games, so many games. I had one, it was just called Snooker, the first snooker game I got, and it was in a pink... I'll see if I can find a picture of it. I can't remember who it was by, but it was a bit rubbish. Kind of similar to Steve Davis Snooker, but nowhere near as realistic. I also bought another one called Video Pool, where the balls were big, but everything was black and white, so it was just crap. We used to play 3D Pool back on the Amiga, and Jimmy White's Wellwind Snooker. Oh, that was the absolute pinnacle. I bought an Atari ST, and that was one game that I just played obsessively for day after day after day after day. Never mastered it, but absolutely loved it. I would still play it today if I had an Atari ST. I know I would. I'd just get stuck playing that all day long. But at the time, this was the game. You know, Steve Davis Snooker was the game. Oh, there we go. Enter my name. 13 break. I've been missing out. I've not been watching myself playing this, have I? I've just been rabbiting away. I've not been commenting on the gameplay, should I say. So we'll have a bit of a commentary of the gameplay. There we go. We've got 2 reds. Pure fluke. As you can see, the table doesn't look like it's organised into any sort of clever play. I've just been smashing balls around, doing whatever I can do, hopefully getting some kind of a break together. It's kind of accurate, kind of floaty. There you go. That's not bad. Yeah, not bad. Positioning, not so much. Yeah, that cursor sound is the thing that's really, really annoying about this game. You do sort of... Oh, yes. There we go. Alright, got a break of 10. You do sort of zone out. You stop listening after a while. But it's one of those things, if you notice it's there, it becomes really, really bloody annoying. But most of the time I don't even notice it. It's, you know, you can turn the sound down, I guess. I seem to remember Codemasters also brought, was it Pro Snooker Simulator? Also very good. And I think 3D Pool also came out on the Spectrum, I seem to remember. And that was pretty bloody awful. But again, this is, my memory is not that great, so I'd have to have a revisit and see. Ooh, got chocolate in my pocket. Ooh. Yeah, alright, so break of 15. We're doing pretty well. What shall we go for? There's nothing on, is there really? Yeah, why not? Let's be optimistic. You never know. The past couple of Wednesdays, actually, we've been... Oh, crap. The past couple of Wednesdays, we were supposed to go and play snooker, but with the World Cup, the football's been on, so that sort of messed the plans up there. So I think we're back again next week. It's great, you know. We go to a place in Hull, a pub in Hull, and they've got a separate room with just a full-size snooker table in it, and a dartboard and stuff like that, and you can hire out the room. So that's what we do. We try and go, and it's still just as much fun as it was 30 whatever years ago. You know, it's still just great. I mean, I know Shane used to have a snooker table that we're playing in the garden, like I've said before, and also his uncle had I think it was an 8-foot snooker table in like an outhouse not far from us, so we used to go and play there as well. Just so many good memories, you know. We had such a good laugh. Fits of hysterics, you know, just trying to play snooker. You know, when you get the giggles you're not supposed to. Yeah, that. When you've got like proper old fellas trying to concentrate and there's 2 delinquents laughing their heads. Oh god, I put the white again. Honestly, if you saw me play snooker in real life, this is exactly how I play snooker. which is quite bizarre, really. I have suggested that we sell all the furniture downstairs here and the TV, get rid of the sofa, all the bookshelves and everything, and install a full-size snooker table. But I didn't get the thumbs up, unfortunately, for that, so never mind. It's only a game, so diddly-doo-doo-doo. Big Break was pretty cool, wasn't it? With John Virgo. That was good. What was the other one called? Was it 10 Ball? I remember 10 Ball. Do you remember a program called 10 Ball? It was like a kind of like a game show, and they invented a new game. You had to do it. You had to pop balls within a timer or something like that. I'm sure it was called 10 Ball. Very possibly. Can't remember. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, I mean, not just about 10 Ball, just in general, drop a comment. You know? I do witter on and talk a lot of nonsense, so if you do know what I'm talking about, let me know. I've started collecting a lot of old 80s stuff, and one of the books, I'll get a picture of it and I'll stick it on the video, a book I got for Christmas from my uncle, book about snooker. So I've got another copy of that, and I've been flicking through that, and it was from probably around the 80s-ish. And Stephen Hendry was like new on the scene, you know, he was the new young upstart player on the scene, so you can imagine it's quite old. I've been watching his channel actually, it's really good, snooker tips and stuff like that, showing you how to not miss so much. I watch it, but I've not learned anything yet, because that's such a fluke. Again, this is very, very reflective of my my actual game of snooker. Oh. I think we're going to clear the table, aren't we? Under 15 minutes, maybe? That was my plan, was to try and clear a frame in 15 minutes, and we're not far off. We're doing all right. We've got one red left. We can just about manage, in real life, we're managing sort of 3 frames in 2 hours. Something like that, so I think maybe over time we'll be able to clear a little bit easier. But to be fair, it's just nice to spend some time with your friends, you know? Just reminiscing and catching up and creating some new memories instead of just dwelling on the old ones. I think that's important, you know? And doing something like that, going for a game of snooker, that's all you're doing. You're not looking at your bloody phone, you're not looking at Facebook or any of that nonsense. You're just playing snooker, and I think it's a really good thing. Oh, yep, that's gonna go in. Come on, Matt. Come on. Ooh, we're close. Yeah, I reckon we can finish this. We'll finish this frame up, maybe. Come on. Black. I used to actually record the snooker when I was at school. I had I had a Video 2000, and they were great. You could record it for 8 hours or something ridiculous like that. So I'd record the snooker while I was at school, and then come back and watch snooker all night long. I've not watched it for years though. I've not got time these days, unfortunately. There's only so much you can do, you know, when you get all old and stuff. Life gets busier, doesn't it? Unfortunately. It's funny, when I first my first job, proper programming job for Friendly Giants, and there was one of the first games was Friendly Snooker, and I spent an awful lot of time, me and my friend Steve, just playing that. It was online as well. It was really cool. The physics were pretty rubbish and everything, but it was great fun, and we spent a lot of time testing it, shall we say, very, very vigorously. Oh no! Oh my god! Oh, there was another. Was it Virtual Pool? Virtual Snooker? sure there was something like that that came up later on, was really excellent as well. But I don't really bother with modern games, so I've no idea what's out there. What the go-to snooker game would be. Plus, there's no substitute for playing a real game, but, you know. So, was this the best snooker and pool game on the spectrum? Yes, I would say yes. I can't think of another one that kept me playing over and over and over again like this one did. Even with that really annoying noise. I noticed on the menu it says there's the speech, Cura Micro Speech, I think it is, option. No idea what it says, I've never heard it with that plugged in, so I assume it just says foul and stuff. Who knows? Pop the reds and screw back for the yellow, green, brown, blue, pink and black. Oh, excuse me. Somewhere in the midst, I don't know what happened, but I used to have a nice snooker queue. We had, I had 3 actually. We had a real nice pool queue and 2 snooker queues, and Alex Higgins' snooker queue and another one. And somewhere between moving from house to house to house to house to city to wherever, that got lost, so they all got lost. So I had to buy a new snooker queue before we started playing snooker a couple of months ago. Bit of a shame, but never mind. Come on. The brown, yeah, obviously, there you go. It's quite cool the way they did that there's no brown colour on the spectrum, obviously, so... there you go, nice. So they just use a sort of a patterned grid of red to represent the brown. I think on the other snooker game, the one that was a bit crap, the one that was a bit crap with a pink box, I'm pretty sure that they used the cyan colour for blue, and then they used the blue for brown, I think. I'll find a screenshot maybe, if I can. If I can remember who made the flipping thing. Come on, Matt, get the black, and we'll wind it up. There you go. Perfect. Enter name, breaker 13. Not too bad. Not too bad. We got through a full frame of snooker, game over. Yeah, so, there you go. That is Steve Davis Snooker. Still a fabulous, fabulous game. Despite the strange colours, the very annoying cursor sound. Yeah, it's still a 9 out of 10 for me, easily. The only thing that drops it down is that bloody cursor noise. Oh, God. Alright, well, thanks for watching anyway, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. So that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you next time for more 80s guy stuff.